Hello and welcome back to LOWBORN, and indeed, look at where we are now. Alright, so this is a bit of a difficult situation, because we've got, well, I mean, it's a sally out. Yeah, I know, it's a sally out. It's not something that we really want to do. However, I am going to be calling for some reinforcements relatively soon, because I felt like that's pretty much the only way we can get ourselves into a true siege, you know, because otherwise we're going to be having this really annoying thing happen where we literally just go, yeah, okay, I'm going to go and siege this castle, this random castle, and oops, all of a sudden we're going to get killed by an army and they're going to sally out and they're going to be annoying. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how things are going to go for us going forward if we let that happen. Now, I do have a very weird army right now. My army consists of only house units, right? Only house units. So I'm not sure how this is going to go because these guys are only tier 3. I'm only hopeful that maybe I'm going to be okay here because, let's face it, they're really good. I mean, I feel like they're really good. Maybe they suck. I don't know. Maybe they are actually a lot better than anticipated. But I'm kind of hoping that because we've got so many of these guys, they're going to work together really well. And that's going to be the secret to our victory here. And hopefully I'll be okay. I don't know. But we're just going to try our best. And, I mean, so far, so good. I mean, look at that. We've killed 78 people. And indeed, I think it's getting better. Unfortunately, the Azerai do have a lot of thrown weapons, right? They've got a lot of thrown weapons. Thrown weapons, generally, as we know, are extremely efficient. Very efficient weapons. And indeed, we should... There we go. Okay, yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, just tell our... wow, we've barely got... Okay, wait, we've only got archers, hilariously enough. I think they're the skirmishers are actually counted as archers, surprisingly enough. Okay, yeah, so that I guess that's fine. I mean, I don't think we need to really worry too hard about it right now because you can see here that we're just absolutely slaughtering everything. So I guess that's pretty good. I mean, considering the fact that I am literally coming in here with tier 3s, but on the one hand, that's actually kind of good because if we do this, we are going to farm massive amounts of experience, and that is going to fundamentally improve our chances of being able to level up our house champions. Because they need it, right? They badly need it. And this just goes to show, this is exactly the reason why I've said quite a few times over the years that generally when it comes to going into a particular battle, whether it's a difficult battle or not, your chances of victory dramatically increase when you use primarily your own people. And I'm talking about, you know, because look at what's happening here. I'm running in here, and these guys actually don't have terrible units. They've got Palatine Guards. They've got some Imperial Cataphract units. They've got some pretty high-tier people. Now, I'm coming in here with tier 3s, right? These are literally just tier 3s. They're just random house units. They're not actually anything special. I don't have any tier 6s, with the exception of maybe some of the random units that I was left after our, you know, after we had to run away multiple times. Yeah. But, yeah, in the previous episode. But yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, we didn't really have anything of our previous strength. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, now we're done, you know. Now we're kind of in a problematic situation. Now we're going to have a bit of an issue on our hands. But no, look at what we got going on here. This is crazy. What? How are they running away already? This is absolutely insane. I don't actually understand why they're doing this, to be honest. I have no idea why they're doing this, but yeah, okay. So anyway, the point is, we're actually in a situation now where the Vlandians made peace with us, by the way. That's the reason why I only have three prisoners here. The Vlandians made peace. I mean, technically, we actually failed, or not we specifically, not you and me, but the Britannians. The Britannians actually failed specifically because they basically ran out of energy or exhaustion or whatever, and basically that caused them to, you know, settle up with a little bit of a money situation. They basically just gave money to the Vlandians, and well, that's pretty much it. As you can see, look at my army. Look at it. Look at my army. It's literally just house guards and house champions, and that's it. That's all I've got. And I thought, hey, that's actually kind of fun. I personally feel like the situation that we've got going on here is pretty fun, because when we, I mean, look at how easy that was. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, when we just focus and celebrate our own troops, it gets so much easier. I don't know what it is, but look at what we just did. We were facing, by the way, we were facing 680 troops, right? 680 troops, and it was so simple for us to capture this. I actually came back here because I wanted to get stuff out of my garrison. That's the reason why I even have an army to begin with here. But yes, anyway, okay. So as I said, I feel like it's so much more fun as well to play with these guys. But yeah, anyway, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to level up these guys. Just try to get them to maximum. There we go. They're now maximum. So now we can literally improve them to tier 4. Oh yeah, things are going to get crazy for the house guards in just a second. So let's raise these guys bow skill up. Okay, wow, we can barely raise it. They're using two-handed, aren't they? Yes, they're using two-handed. Now, we did actually use this guy's weapon. I'm not a terribly big fan of the weapon. I think I'm probably going to have to do something about that. So let me actually just see. Is there something that I can do? I can give them Jareeds. No, I don't want to do that. They are technically our archers. I should swing speed 73. I could give them Manavlions. I think I might actually give them Manavlions. Should I do that? That's a little bit crazy, I think. That might be a little bit crazy. I'm not sure if they've... I'm not sure if the mods that I have installed have changed the swing speed of these things. I mean, the swing speed of the Romfire is literally 84, which I'm thinking to myself is, wow, pretty crazy, because the swing speed of the Northlander Wide-Fulled Greatsword is 94, which felt really slow. It felt super slow to me, so I'm not entirely convinced by that. What about the Hollowed Wing Axe? We could go for some of this crazy stuff right here. I mean, look at that. The swing damage is 130. Okay, I'm thinking probably let's go for a bit more weapon length, shall we? Let's go for a bit more weapon length. Let's go with this. Let's go for the Raven's Wing Axe. Okay, this is going to be kind of interesting. Not sure how that's going to go, but we'll give it a go, shall we? We'll give it a go. Okay, so let's have a look-see here. So what about some armor? Let's go with some armor here. Let's just sort by tier. And no, this is much better. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. What about the cape? No. Basically nothing. I mean, I could give them the Northman Raider heavy fur cape, but I don't really want to, so we're not going to. And what else? Yeah, no. They're actually using this, which is very good, as you can see right there. It's very good for them. The Scale Warlord Bracers are clearly better. So they're better by 1 protection, which is hilarious. And I think, yeah, they're using Scaled Boots. Okay, so they're fine. They're absolutely fine. One thing we could do is we could turn them into Horse Archers if we wanted to, but they don't have riding skill. We'd have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery there, which I don't really want to right now, so we're not going to do that. And indeed, we are going to level up their athletic skill a little bit as well. And now we can finally level up our house guards. And they have 123,000, which is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. So we are going to have to do something here. So let's have a look. What about throne skill? Yeah, we'll go for throne skill, of course. We'll go for this, and we'll go for this. And wow, okay, I am going to be able to level these guys up so easily. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, it's actually kind of staggering that they only have 130 skill cap at tier 4, but I guess it's okay. I guess that is just kind of natural for us to assume that. So let's just go for this. little bit of something here. I mean, look at how easy it is for us to actually get these guys capped out. It's actually insane how easy it is. Look at that. What is actually going on with that? That is insane. Okay, so yeah, we'll go over to the equipment here and let's see. So they are indeed also using a Northlander wide-fullered sword. Technically, this is good. I feel like this sword is good, but for some reason, it feels not so good. Is that just me? I don't know. It feels not so good. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to give them the Raven's Wing Axe. They say the Barghest's Great Axe is actually better for them, but that's because of the swing speed, I assume. But I want them to have a long-ish weapon. It's got 129 weapon length, right? 129, which is, well, that's pretty long, you know, that's pretty long. The Manavlion is 163, however, so you just got to bear that in mind. Now, they are using Jarids, as you can see right there, so I'm pretty happy with that. We don't have to worry about that at all. Let's take a look at their armor. I'm going to assume yes. Okay, so the Berserker Cloak they're using is pretty bad. So we will give them the Northman Raider Heavy Cape. They are using the Heavy Scale Mail, so I don't think there's anything better for them, like from there. So we'll go for the Scaled Warlord Braces. Then they have Scaled Boots as well, which is absolutely fine. And indeed, I think that's it. We could put them on horses. The question is, do we really want to do that? I mean, I could technically max out their horse skill, right? So for example, if I wanted to, let's actually just remove my pole arms just to see whether I can, how far I can actually make it, right? So let's get crossbow and all that stuff to 0, and let's try to maximize that. Yeah, as you can see, it's super easy for us to actually maximize riding skills. So technically, I could do it. You know, technically I could do it. So it's the same thing here. Like, look at this. I could literally maximize any of these skills that I wanted to because they just have so much experience. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, as I said, so we could technically get them a horse. I am going to just leave them with some riding skill just in case they actually want to get on a horse. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they want to get on a horse sometime. But yeah, that was extremely simple and very easy for us to take Onica Castle. And, well, that is literally just because we've just got some crazy units right here. Actually, hello. Oh, yes, I see. Okay, so yeah, I think what we're gonna... How did that guy go on the ocean waves instantaneously? I have no idea, but yes, we are going to attempt. I'm not gonna... Should I take Onica Castle? I could take it. I could take it as my own. Sure, why not? I will take it as my own. And we are now with our newly upgraded troops going to be facing a bunch of people. And this is kind of interesting because obviously we've never really fought the Aserai. And this is actually bringing me to the next point here. The Aserai themselves, they have this really amazing geography to them, and I'm talking about their position on the world map. I think they are fundamentally one of the strongest factions in the game, just purely because they have such a significant control over their environment. And the new changes to the map have made this even more prevalent. They've made it even more, or should we say, prominent. But yeah, the fact is, I'm going to show you, actually. I'm going to show you after this. I mean, you're obviously familiar with the Bannerlord map, right? The new one that came in with War Sails. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. But if you're not, then I will show you what's going on. And I'll give you a little bit of a lowdown on why I think what I think, which is that the Aserai are an extremely strong faction. And that they are, I think most of the time, I think they could, I don't know, I think they're probably gonna be, more often than not, the strongest faction if you were to leave them alone. If you were to leave them alone and just, like, let the AI do its thing, I truly believe that they would be the strongest. I think that they would probably be the strongest with the Nords, maybe with the Nords. I mean, it's kind of interesting because obviously right now in this game, where I'm actually present, because obviously, let's face it, you know, a human component does have a somewhat strong influence on things, right? Like, for example, I am obviously basically keeping the Botanians alive at this point, because otherwise, without me, they would be dead. They would definitely be dead. They would be 100% out of here. But yeah, the fact is, if you were to think about only AI and only the way that they're playing, it's very, very likely that the Aserai and the Nords specifically would probably be the last two standing. Maybe the Khuzait as well, because they are so strong in field battle auto-resolves. But yeah, just purely because of the geography and the way that it works, I do feel as though, yeah, I think the Aserai would probably come out on top in the end, because they are, well, their location on the map is just so much better. It's just so much better than the Nords. And you've obviously got to realize that Nords themselves obviously do have the town of Valvik, right? The town that's on that random island in the northwest. The reason why this is not a good thing is because usually what happens is the Vlandians will just send some ships over there and they'll immediately take it, and the rest of the... What was going on with that horse? Did you see that? That was hilarious. But yeah, anyway, the point is... yeah, the Vlandians will just send a horse over there and they'll just immediately take it almost... Well, I don't know, like a couple of weeks, couple of months after the game starts, they'll just be all over that. They'll just be like, yeah, okay, we're going to immediately just capture this, because they are so extremely isolated. And it's the same thing. You know, that's the point. The Vlandians are closer to that town than the Nords are. And that's kind of the weakness there, you know. So, yeah, that's going to be obviously a bit of a problem for the Nords themselves. And so they basically already start off with a bit of a disadvantage, because they then have to deal with the fact that they've just lost a town. And Aserai don't really have that kind of issue. That's the reason why I say the Aserai are, in my opinion, going to be the strongest. And I think that's interesting. So, yeah, I'm just going to speed things up here, because this is basically once again a done deal. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why is this so simple for us? We were having so many issues in previous episodes where we were going into literal field battles against, I don't even know what. I mean, quite a few enemy units, right? Like, you know, 600, about the same, 600, and so on and so forth. And we were consistently having problems, or it felt like I was having issues actually being able to achieve victory in those situations. And in this, I feel very confident. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at all, but it is very, very fun to run around with our retinues here, and obviously to level them up as well, because let's face it, our house champions, they need to catch up. They need to catch up so hard, really. It's not even funny. All right, so pretty nice stuff right there. I'm just going to... I literally just pressed on escape to go and save. Yeah, it's a crash. Alright, so we basically just did that particular fight again. Yes. And I had to go through the wonderful process of leveling up my troops again. Yes, I had to level them up and equip them. And I actually forgot to do something. Yes, that reminds me. I forgot to do something with the house champions specifically. Wait a minute, why do I have Botanian Fiat champions with me right now? Why do I have 62 of those guys? Because I didn't do anything with them. I literally didn't. I did not do anything with them specifically. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to... Wait a second here. Let me see. For a real quick second. We need to... Is it the house champions that need to get an upgrade? I mean, we kind of need to level them up anyway with these scale warlord braces. But there's something else. I think it's the house guards, actually, that are missing stuff. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, whoops, I did not mean to do that. All right, that's great. Yep. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, let's keep pressing on the wrong buttons. That's great. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a absolutely fantastic idea. Okay, so wait a second. Is it this guy? Is it... No? Huh. What did I need to... Why am I looking at the same people again? Okay, there we go. This is better. Okay, so Berserker Cloak. There we go. Idiot. I don't know why I'm such an idiot right now. It must be... the crash, you know, it just threw me off somehow. I don't know. It's excuses. But yes, whatever. Let's go with this. Let's go with the Scaled Warlord stuff once again. And yeah, then we're absolutely fine. Okay, so now, before I move, let's just make sure we're safe, because you never know. Let's hope it doesn't do the thing again. Oh, it did. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so this is the 5th time, I think. Yeah, this is the 5th time that I have loaded in here. So I actually have no idea how I'm going to fix this this crash, because it may in fact happen every single time. So what I'm going to try to do, and this is something that I've never tried before, is I'm going to try to attack these enemies. Maybe that's going to make a difference. Unfortunately, it looks as though they're not going to get onto the land in time. So I may have to roll back my save, or... Yep, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, it may be the end of the series, friends. Yeah, it might be the end of the series if this continues like this. Alright, so I have rolled back the save. Hopefully that's gonna solve things. As you can see, there's the army that we literally just defeated, and I wanted to do that again. Unfortunately, yeah, they're probably going to cause quite a bit of a problem now, because here's the thing. If we were able to defeat them with just that amount of troops, we should be able to defeat them with, well, hopefully if they have a little bit more. I don't know whether that's going to be happening, but yeah, you could see here that they're now obviously going to be doing these annoying little raids that they... Oh, wow, okay, never mind. It seems like it's going to crash every single time at this particular date. Now, what I've done is I have disabled the Banks of Calradia submod, which is a part of Zorbrax's legacy, because I thought that might be the case. I thought that might be the reason why we're having this issue, but that is not the case. I don't know why this is happening, and there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to fix it. So I am going to have to do something extreme. Okay, so I have now come to the retreat. As you know, yes, the retreat is the place where basically you go if you want to pass the torch to one of your other characters. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to do that to avert the crashing issue that we currently have going on. Okay, so I rather enjoy wealth and power. Yes. For someone that doesn't have it in real life, I might as well get it in the game, right? Yes. Anyway, well, perhaps I would like to know peace, but would like to learn the future of my clan. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, so you can end the game if you want to, or you could play as this guy. This is who I'm going to be picking. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm actually playing as him now. So this is actually pretty crazy. So I'm here. Am I playing as him? Yes, I am. Okay. And this is obviously pretty much perfect. This guy is perfect for my means. Unfortunately, I think it may still crash. If it does, that's going to be the end of the series. Okay, that will literally be the end of the series. There's not much I can do about it. As you can see, we have actually done some really good work here, or at the very least, the Botanians have been doing some good work, because I have obviously helped them, but not as much as I could. I mean, really, not as much as I could. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, yeah, we have a bit of a problem here, because obviously the yeah, we don't have that much in the way of steward skill, which is obviously due to the fact that Barney is no longer doing the stewarding. So we will have to make Istiona our steward here. No one else is actually doing anything of any note. So yeah, let me see if I can get rid of... I guess I can get rid of some of these Botanian Fian champions. I don't need them, really. I don't need any of these guys. Okay, I should probably just get rid of some of the house champions. Some of these, I guess. There we go. Okay, so now here we go. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna see who owns stuff, right? So, like for example, Rote, who owns this. Mr. Archon. Oh yeah, it's kind of annoying that I don't know anything about him, isn't it? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know anything about that guy either. Oh, it's so sad how I don't know any of these people. Okay, what about this fellow? Okay. 9 hours. Okay, I'm not sure if the game is going to crash within 9 hours, but I guess it doesn't really matter either way, because if it does, then that's pretty much it anyway, isn't it? You know? It doesn't matter either way whether we're able to do this or not. I'm going to decline Onica Castle now, because I'm kind of a bit worried that maybe that was the thing that was causing the crash. Me claiming the fief or whatever. I don't know, maybe it was. Let's have a look then. As something I'd like to discuss. I have a proposal that may benefit us both. Give me all your castles. Yes, I will pay you. Boom. Done. Look at that. We just gained infinite amounts of fiefs. Look at that. Pretty crazy, right? Yeah, we can do this over and over again now as well, because, I mean, apart from the fact that this guy obviously has a very small amount of relation with us, he doesn't like us one bit. Up, now, there he goes. Okay, so there's the crash. Unfortunately for me, I actually thought that I'd fixed it for a second there, but unfortunately for me, this is not going to work. And I'm sorry to say, but this is going to be the end of the LOWBORN series. I'm actually really, really disappointed by that. It would have been extremely, extremely fun to see if I could achieve victory here with Barney. I was actually kind of hoping that I'd be able to continue with him for quite some time, because he was really, really fun to play. And it would have been super fun to actually get into a siege. Like, literally, I was trying to get into a siege for so long just so that I could do some slash throughs. And this is obviously the problem with having such an extensive mod list. You don't really know when and if you're going to enter a situation where you're just going to get crash after crash after crash, and there is no way that I can figure that out, unfortunately. You could use better exception window, but whenever I've done that, it hasn't really given me the answers. And sometimes it has actually caused the crash to begin with. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode and this series. I'm sorry to say. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.